Hey, I haven't played this in a while. Welcome back to Castle Crashers and another one of these videos, I guess. I haven't done one of these videos in a minute either. And this one gonna be a hard one to make. So, I guess to kind of ease into things, um, I could tell you about what I've been doing recently. And first of all, I have yet to actually make a legitimate video on Painter Paws Paradise, and I'm very sorry for that. But sort of ease it into things, I could tell you what I've been up to recently and talk about that. And yeah, uploads have definitely slowed down a bit, and I've been fully expecting, or I wasn't. What am I saying? I was expecting to have more uploads out around this time because I am on break, but yeah, they definitely have slowed down quite a bit because I've just been busy with other stuff, first of all, and also um, editing is really hard, so it's really tough to get uploads out because I kind of procrastinate a bit. Think I'll do the editing later because I don't really feel like doing it right now, and then it's like way too late to do it. I'm supposed to be doing like a lot more, honestly, but I just can't bring myself to do it. But I've been trying to get back into it, and it's been a good time. But with all this other free time, not like editing or uploading videos, I've been doing lots of other stuff. I recently beat me, kind of recently-ish. I beat Metopia. That was fun. I've never actually beaten the game before, so it was my first time beating the game. And I'm on the post. I've been doing the post game right now. I've like almost made it through one of the major post game areas, and I've had a lot of fun. I've had a lot of fun playing through Metopia. I've also just been spending time with my buddies a lot more, and I've also been playing Smash a lot more recently. Just, I don't know. I just randomly decided, like, fairly recently, I guess, maybe like a few months ago or so, just kind of randomly decided, like, hey, I should start playing Smash again. And now I've been playing a lot more recently. A lot more than I used to. So, yeah. It's been fun getting back into that game. Kind of fun, like, getting back into that game, picking up where I left off and all that. And getting better. Way better than I used to be. And I think it was also partially just because my buddies, I would play Smash with them at my school, and that helped grow my interest more in the game again. Okay, screw you. That helped grow my interest more in Smash Bros again, and I've even just been liking just watching Smash Bros content. Been watching a lot of other like videos and stuff, but I've been watching a lot of just fighting game content in general, and Smash Bros is usually it. But yeah, I I've been doing a lot more. I recently just we wrapped up saying a lot of things as a lamb and finally uploaded that, which feels great to finally have done because that video's been on the back burner for like a year or two now, I want to say. I don't remember exactly when I started working on it. But it feels great to finally wrap that up, and it is my biggest video yet so far that I've actually uploaded. But yeah. I have been like trying to get back more into editing. It's not necessarily recording, that's like I'm procrastinating on. Well, a little bit. I've been procrastinating on doing another one of these types of videos, but I also just haven't found some good times to record new stuff, you know? But I'm like working on all that recently. I've been working on all that. I've also been watching the Bayverse Transformers movies, so that's been fun. And yeah, just been doing some more voice stuff. Go check out my second channel if you haven't. I've been doing a little bit more voice stuff over there. And what else have I been doing? Is that it? I think that might be it. Alright. Now we get to the part that I'm kind of dreading because I don't know how to talk about this really. But I am not that great at talking to people. I'm just gonna keep it real. And like, you might think like, oh, you talk to your friends and stuff. But yeah, because like I know them, and so I know them, and it makes it like a lot easier for me to talk with them. But like, just for people I don't know, it's pretty hard for me to talk to people I don't know, and that makes it really hard for me to meet new people and talk to people. And because it's just kind of awkward. And I just kind of wanted to talk about that for a bit. I'm not necessarily asking for like pity or anything, or like your help with anything or anything like that. I just kind of... That guy's already dead. Okay, what am I doing? But I just kind of wanted to make this known, yeah, and just talk about it, you know? Because I just feel like I should. And that's kind of something that's just been with me for quite a while. I mean, back then I used to talk to people a lot more. Now, not really. Nowhere near as much as I used to. I still do like... I don't... So it's so hard to make this video because I don't know like where necessarily to go with this. But like, yeah. Even talking for videos is hard. I mean, it is fun, but it is still pretty difficult because there's no one around to actually listen to you. Since it's just like recorded, that's why I have my friends in a lot of my videos. Because, and I actually have someone to talk to, make jokes with, and stuff like that. And then it doesn't matter that, like, nothing else necessarily matters because I have someone to talk to now. So it doesn't matter too. It's not like, not as awkward. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but I hope you like at least understand like where I'm going, right? Like, it's really awkward for me to talk to people. And that makes it pretty hard to make friends and meet new people. Because I just don't really know how to talk to them, you know? And this is just kind of something that I wanted to touch on. Because I feel like it's a pretty big problem with me. But like, you talk for... I do talk for videos. Like right now. I'm talking while juggling this dude. Yeah, I used to not talk in my videos, but now I've been trying to talk a lot more. And, yeah, it's a little hard, but it is fun. It's mainly just the awkwardness and the fact that there's not really anyone to respond to you. You know what I mean? So if I say a joke, there's not really anyone to laugh at it but me, and I probably won't even find the joke that funny, to be honest. But yeah, I try to talk to the viewers for my videos and stuff like that. But sometimes I'm just like completely silent for a couple minutes because I don't like have anything to say. I have nothing of value to really say. Because it's not gonna like there's like nothing, I can't really like make the video better by talking necessarily. It just feels like if I say something, it's not gonna be that funny because it's just me. I don't know. It's hard, but like I hope you guys just understand that I am at least like trying and stuff like that. You know, it's hard. But like yeah, like to be fair, I just started doing this, so yeah. And yeah, I kind of just wanted to make this video sort of because one, it's easy to do, and two, I feel like I should talk about it. Yeah, it's ironic that like I'm trying to talk about not being able to talk and all that. Live streams, I think live streams do make it better. The whole like awkwardness thing, they do help. Because then it's live and the people can actually sort of respond to you. Ugh. And yeah, I'm gonna try to do more live streams more often. And I'm really glad that excuse me, pardon me. I'm really glad that my first live stream didn't fail. Because that means that I can do more. And I hope you're excited. Let me know like what other streams you would like for me to see. And of course, there's a whole like voice thing too, I guess, for like talking, but that's not really necessarily conversation so much as it is like reading off of like a script. 57 kills, damn. But yeah, voice acting isn't necessarily talking so much as it is reading off of a script. Yeah. So, yeah, it's like I don't know what else to like I could say, because I kind of want to drag it out a little more and mention like more stuff, but like yeah. I do kind of like get scared of like talking to people, but I do like it. I do like talking to people about stuff. I do like speaking with people. It can be fun. Oh boy. See, normally I just cheese this guy with my magic, but my magic isn't that great. But yeah. Ow! Get out of here. Snappy. Oh my god. Ow! There we go. I learned from my fighting game experience. The tech. But yeah, uh, I can get like pretty easily scared talking to people. Not necessarily like so much that I don't want to do it, but I do often like consider like backing out, even though I really like it. I don't know. It's, yeah, recently, uh, like, because I mentioned I used to love talking to people a lot more. I used to love talking way more. Even if like no one was listening around me or anything like that, I would always be yapping about something. But yeah, ever since the pandemic, I've been talking way less. I've been talking to people way less than before. Because I didn't really have anyone else to talk to around me besides my family. And that kind of, I don't know, I guess it kind of started this whole thing. Ow. Like, that really, like, did, like, help with, like, the fact that I don't talk to anyone anymore. That kind of was the whole start of it. Was because I didn't really have that many people to talk to besides my family. So, but I managed to, like, I was able to find all my friends online. Not necessarily, like, make friends online. I'm not trying to say that. I'm trying to say, like, my friends and I went online to be able to talk to each other and stuff. And yeah, I was able to talk to them there. So I figured this is like the best way for me to interact with people is just talking online with my buddies. Since those are the other only people that I could really talk to, since, you know, I don't like talk to like anyone else online or anything like that. But yeah, I just didn't have many people to talk to at the time. So I guess that sort of made it like a lot harder for me to be able to actually talk to people, because I just wasn't that used to it anymore. And I mentioned before like how I'm terrible at small talk, and like, yeah, I really am. I don't know how to like start conversations anymore. I think their problem is just that my life has been super busy recently. I've like had a lot of like stuff to do, so that leaves me with less time to be able to do other stuff, I guess, maybe. And so I'm usually like trying to do something, so whenever someone is trying to talk to me, I don't really try to talk to people because I'm probably busy. So that's probably another reason why I don't talk to many people that much anymore. I'm also just like really bad at starting conversations now because I just don't talk to people anymore. And even right now, like, I sound like a broken record because I don't know what to say necessarily. I don't know anything good to say right now. So, yeah. But I think the biggest thing for me is just the realization that people don't care. Ow. Ow. But yeah, I think like, that's the biggest realization for me, that as to like why I don't talk to people anymore. It's just that I've sort of found that people don't really care that much. I don't really offer that much of value to any like conversation or anything, so I just don't offer anything, because nothing I really have is valuable to the conversation that's going on. At least until someone like makes it clear that there is value in what I have to say. And it's just sort of the idea that they don't care what I have to say because they're busy with other things in their life, or something else is more impressive to them. And I'm not saying that's wrong, because it's okay to not care. It's made it really hard to talk to people, make more friends. It's just that nobody really cares about me or what I'm doing, aside from like my friends, which is that's why I mainly talk to them most of the time, because they actually care about what I'm doing, and I don't want to waste anyone else's time. So if I have the choice between talking to someone who doesn't care about what I have to say and someone who does care about what I have to say, I'm gonna talk to the person who cares about what I have to say, because I'm not necessarily wasting their time, because the things that I have to say have value to them. Like because I have so many like cool things to talk about and fun stories to tell, but nobody cares. And like, they're probably thinking like, what does that even mean? And it's like, because like nobody asks like anything about me. Nobody asks like about any of my stories or any of the stuff I'm doing, what I'm doing, because they don't really care that much. I don't just like to barge into conversations, because it feels like really annoying. And I don't know. It's like, because yeah, I'm like talking like they don't care about what I have to say, so I don't say anything to them, and I just sit there, maybe like enjoy my meal or like do whatever it is I'm doing while they're busy talking to other people that are there, that like they actually do value what those people have to say. And like, you're thinking like, why don't you try and talk to them? But I don't like to barge into a conversation just randomly, sort of uninvited, with people that I don't really know that well. Because if I don't know them that well, then I don't know if they can like, if they're okay with that. I don't know if they're fine with me like sort of just invading what is essentially like their home. It's like breaking into a house and like asking someone to like play video games, essentially. Because like, I could do it and it could be a fun time if they're chill, but I don't know them, so I don't know if they're okay with that. And so I just keep to myself until they invite me. Like, I just sit there, stay quiet until they like they invite me. Maybe they ask about me or something. Because I God, I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to do anymore. Because I'm just like yapping, but it feels like I'm yapping, but I don't know. Maybe someone like understands this. Like, maybe I hope you guys can like understand where I'm going. But because like, I had this wonderful story. I was in class on the first day of school, and the teacher made some food for us, and she had a rule that like two people had to, each pair of people had to share one plate. And so it was me and this other guy, Ow, I wasn't paying attention. I was scratching my nose. Sorry. It was me and this other guy. For like the sake of like keeping him anonymous, I won't like reveal his name or anything like that. But like me and him, we were sharing our plate, and so we were sitting there. We were like the first to go up. We were sitting there and waiting for her to call us up. And then she calls us up. We get our food, and then we sit back down to eat, right? And I think this was intentional because like the whole point, well, part of it was like a waste thing because she didn't like waste. Oh my god. She didn't waste like that much, so we would share the plates so that way there's like less plates being used and whatever, you know. But I do also think it was a little more like intentional to like help us like talk to each other a bit more, because we sat down, and as we were eating, I was initially like scared because this guy might not be interested in what I have to, well, like, because like this guy, I haven't met him yet, so he's new to me, and I don't really know how to start the conversation or anything. And so I'm just kind of sitting there eating my food. And just kind of chilling and eating my food, and yeah, I end up like finishing it, and he looks at me and he goes like, are you done? And I'm like, yeah. So he tosses it out. Or I think it was like while we're eating, maybe. He's sort of asking me like smaller questions, like yeah, how'd you like the food? You done eating? Stuff like that. And he slowly like invites me into the conversation. And he eventually we start talking, and we talk about our interests, and he's like super chill. He's like actually listening, and he's like actually he's listening to what I had to say, and he's like, oh, that's cool that you're doing all this and whatever. And yeah, he's I don't know what else to really necessarily say about him, because like he was a great dude. But, like, that's like all I have to say about him, is just that he really like made me feel like what I had to say was valued, that sort of thing. So I didn't feel like I was necessarily wasting his time, because we did have like time to waste. It was like free time. It was the first day of school, so we didn't really have much else better to do. But I'm glad I got to spend that first day with him, because he really made me feel valued, and that was fun to have a conversation with him and talk about all of this stuff that I like. It's fun. It's really fun. I love it. I'm sure like everyone loves to talk about the stuff that they like, but it's kind of hard for me, because nobody necessarily, just because I like the stuff doesn't mean other people want to hear me like geek out about it or whatever. It's rough talking to people, because like they don't necessarily care. They don't care about what I have to say about animation versus, or the fact that I spent like 300 hours on Rivals of Aether, and they don't necessarily even care about my YouTube channel with like 200 subs that I'm working on, or anything like that. And again, like, that's okay. It just makes talking to people a lot harder, because they don't like want to listen to what I have to say, or like they might not necessarily care. And so it makes it really hard to talk to people without barging into a conversation, and there's no guarantee that like being in that conversation, there's no guarantee that people will want you in that conversation. Like, it probably wasn't even about you. It because I used to do that a lot when I was a kid. I said, like, I liked talking to people when I was younger. And that was something that I did a lot. I would sometimes, like, barge into conversations and situations that, like, other people might not have necessarily wanted me to be a part of. And now it just feels like if I do that, then I waste their time and annoy them. So I don't really want to just barge in and invite myself in. Because then other people get annoyed and I waste their time, and I don't want to do that. And so that makes it really hard to have a conversation with people because I don't know if they're gonna care. So I have to wait until they invite me. If they don't invite me, then they probably don't care about what I have to say. And they just want to go on with their life. They probably have like other things to do. If they do invite me and try to get me to talk, then they probably care about what I have to, the stories and stuff that I have to tell. Like, sure, I don't have like that many, I don't have like crazy stories, and some of them aren't even that like funny. A lot of them are like pretty bad. Well, not a lot of them, but some of them are like, some of them are like pretty bad, and we'll probably go into depth on those later in the series. But like, the point is that they might not want to hear about that. They just want to go about their day. And they just want to like go about their day and do whatever they're doing because they have something better to do. Or maybe they're talking to someone else who's a lot more valuable to them than I am because they don't know me. So, like, yeah, it's really, really hard to, like, for me to do small talk because I just think most people don't care, but that's okay. I just come to accept that most people won't care. So I wait until there's an indication that they do care, and that's when I start talking to them because they actually like want to hear what I have to say. If they don't want to hear what I have to say because it doesn't matter to them, then I'm not going to tell it to them because it won't matter. Whoops. So, yeah. And yeah, that's... And yeah, I kind of also just wanted to talk about like those really annoying people who like they pretend that they care when in reality they're just constantly bugging you. They don't actually care about your interest. They just constantly like, hey, what are you doing? Hey, what are you doing? And you're like really tired and over it and busy with something. And like, as someone who's like done that, who's like, I have experience with this and it's not that fun. And so I don't necessarily like want to do that to like anyone else, which is also like another big reason that I don't like talk to people that much, is because like, yeah, they probably won't care about what I have to say, and yeah, I'll waste their time. I'll barge into the conversation uninvited, stuff like that. But then also they're probably either doing something else or just super over it. So then I barge in. I'm just like, hey, what are you doing? Like, what are you up to? What are you doing right now? And then I appear like sort of that fake like, oh, I'm interested, but I'm not really sort of thing. And I don't really want to do that because I know how annoying it is. So I don't want to do that to anyone else. I don't want to annoy them. And so that's another big reason why I don't talk to people that much, is because I might just annoy them. And that's also like another partially like they won't care about what I have to say sort of thing. Because like I don't know. And like even like just normal conversation, maybe they like I just need to tell them about what I do. Maybe they'll care, but I don't know. I just don't want to seem like annoying. It's really hard to like just it's really hard to talk about this, but I don't want to like seem like annoying or like it's just that one dude who thinks he's part of the team, part of the conversation when he's not, and you just don't like him. I don't want to be like that. I don't want to waste anyone's time. I don't want to like spew stuff into your ears that you don't care about or anything like that. So it's really hard talking to people because they might not value what I have to say. And it's also just that, at least like around me, usually there's not that many people interested in the kind of stuff that I'm interested in. So they usually don't talk, or they're usually not like... I hate this boss. Sorry. But yeah, back to what I was saying. Usually I'm like around people, besides my friends, I'm around people who they don't share my same interests or passions. And yeah, no, it's totally like okay to like how do I say this? Like it's totally okay to like not share like someone's interests and passions, but like still find that thing cool. Like you could like go to a museum and like not be an artist, just like be like a tourist or something, and you could still look at the art and enjoy it. Like that's okay. But usually that means that they don't like again, I keep going back to this. They don't care. Like I'm in environments where most of the time I'm with people who just don't give a crap about what I have to say. And they they just kind of, I don't really know how to say it. They don't like ask about it. They don't ask about what I'm up to because they don't share these interests and passions that I have. They don't have the same ones that I do. And so they don't bother asking about it because they don't want to learn about it. They don't care. And so it just kind of means nothing to them. So they don't bother asking, so I don't tell them about it because they don't want to hear, they probably don't want to hear about it. And I said before, like, I don't want to just barge in the conversation because that would be super annoying if I did that. And so yeah, that leads to like a lot of situations where I'm at like a table with people or something. Maybe we're eating like, I'm at like dinner with a group of people and they're busy talking about how like, oh yeah, this guy's like going to college, he's doing great things in college and he's gonna like get a job at like freaking NASA or whatever, or he's gonna be really good at like physics and stuff like that. And like, yeah, that's great, and I'm not at all like jealous about that. But like, people are more interested in that, they would rather hear about that than my stuff. I'm like, sure, it's okay to think that stuff is more cool. But that just makes it like even harder for me to talk to people because they're not interested in what I have. They're not interested in what I bring to the table. And so like, what am I gonna say? Like, I have like funny stories from my school that they don't care because this guy's like in college or whatever. He's going to NASA. He's like studying physics or whatever. He's gonna become the next Albert Einstein. And that's great. And I'm super happy for that guy. But that just means I can't really talk to anyone else who's around me because they don't they don't care what I have to say. It has no value. Like no one's gonna care about the funny story that I have about my friends and I doing something silly in school, or like something funny, a funny joke that my friend said while we were in class or something like that. Or no one's gonna care about the drawing that I made, that I put a lot of work into. No one's gonna care about my YouTube channel that has like 100 subs and I'm working really hard on, or anything like that. They're not gonna care because the other stuff interests them way more, so they don't bother asking what I have in store. I did not mean to rhyme, but like yeah, there's lots of family diners where like it's it's not it's not a jealousy thing. I want to make that clear. But like I spend lots of dinners at my family, just not speaking to anyone and just silently eating my food. Or if I do speak to someone, it's about like what I'm gonna order, that sort of thing. And I just sit there in silence eating my food or telling other people what I'm gonna order, and that's about it. Like I tell them what I want. I tell them what I want to order, what I'm gonna order, and then the waiter comes by. I order my food, and I'm basically completely silent for the rest of the night because no one cares about what I have to say. Because no one bothers asking. They turn to other people. They ask like, what are you doing? Are you gonna go see this movie? New movie that came out. Oh, he's going to college. He's studying physics. He's doing great at his job and stuff like that. And I don't have any of those interests at all. I'm not interested in any of that. I don't think it's bad, and I'm not jealous about it. I have nothing to contribute because that's not like my interest or anything. So I just kind of sit there in silence while they all talk because no one asks about me. And like they don't really have a good reason to anyways. So it makes sense. And yeah, they don't ask about me, so I don't tell them anything about me because they probably don't want to hear it up until they do ask about me. I mean, sometimes I will make like sarcastic comments, but like, come on. I'm a sarcastic guy. I'm always gonna make like really funny sarcastic comments. I'm a comedian and I love sarcasm. So that's just something that I'm gonna do. But other than that, I'm basically completely silent because I'm completely silent up until the point where someone makes it clear that they care about what I have to say. They want to hear something from me. Maybe they ask like, "Oh, what have you been doing recently?" And I'll say like, "Oh, I've been playing Mortal Kombat." And like, "Oh, okay, who's your favorite character?" "I really like Ghostface because he's really fun to play. He's got a fun moveset." "Oh, okay. Like what's Ghostface's thing? Like what makes him like so special compared to like the other characters?" And that sort of thing. Like you can like tell. I don't know where I'm going with this. This is such a hard video to make. But like my point is like you can tell when people care about what you have to say because they'll sort of invite you in on the conversation. They won't just be annoying and bug you. They'll like turn to you and be like, "Huh." They'll show interest. Either you're doing something and they'll show interest in what you're doing, like, and it's pretty easy to tell like when it's like genuine interest. But like yeah, they'll show interest in what you're doing, and they'll like ask about it, and you get to talk to them about like what you're interested in. They'll show interest in what you're doing, or they'll like make it clear that they want to hear something from you. They they want to hear your stories. They want to hear what you have to say because they think it's cool. Because like me, I love like video games and art and drawing, stuff like that, voiceover stuff and stuff like that, and I'm playing all sorts of games that are really great, and I have lots of fun with them. I'm having so much fun with them. And I'm doing YouTube. I'm popping off a little bit more on YouTube. And I made my own custom character in this game. That's pretty great. It's one of my biggest achievements. And like at the time that was like my biggest achievement ever, was that I made a Castle Crashers character. But I don't necessarily, it's hard to make friends because there's not necessarily, I can't like think of it properly, but I'm usually not around people who want to hear about that. Oh, pardon me. Yeah, I'm usually around people who don't really want to hear about that because it doesn't really matter. They don't care. And so that makes it really hard to talk to people because they don't want to listen. And I don't really want to waste their time. So I just don't speak. And like, yeah. So the only people that I can really talk to is my friends because they actually are interested in what I'm doing. And they don't mind if I like go off about it because they don't care. They do care. They're like interested. They want to hear it. They like hearing all the funny stories that I have about our times at like our funny like stories from school, about that one funny joke that one of my other friends said in class. They don't care. They don't mind listening. They don't mind hearing about the funny story of me playing Metopia or whatever, because they actually care. They don't mind it if I like start talking about it like crazy, because they actually care. They're interested in that sort of thing, and it makes it really easy to talk with them. Plus, like, we have like similar senses of humor and stuff like that. We've known each other for long enough that it's a lot easier to talk to each other compared to other people, because with like new people, I don't know what they're gonna be interested in, so I don't know what jokes are gonna make them laugh. I don't know what stuff I could talk about with them. I don't know, because I don't know them, so it's a lot harder to talk with them because I don't know what to talk about, and I don't know if they'll actually care to listen. I don't know if like I'll just be wasting their time if I try to talk to them, anything like that. Like, yeah, I could talk about how much I love Castle Crashers, but like I'm usually in environments where the people I'm with have never played Castle Crashers in their life, or played it once in their life. Like, they either never played it in their life, they played it once in their life, and they don't care about Castle Crashers because they're busy doing other stuff. And again, that's like that's perfectly fine. I don't mind that at all. You're totally okay to not care about like what someone has to say, and like you're fine to worry about like what you're doing and stuff like that. Like, it's okay to have like more important stuff going on. But it just makes it so much harder to talk with people because they don't take an interest in what I have to say. Like, I can't offer any value to the conversation if I talk to them, because I'll just be like glazing Castle Crashers, and they don't want to hear about Castle Crashers. Or I'll be glazing Night in the Woods, my favorite game of all time, and they don't care. They don't want to hear about Night in the Woods because they've never heard of the game in their life, and they don't play games. So, yeah, And it just makes it a lot harder to talk to people because they don't want to hear what I have to say, which is it's okay, but it's a shame because I have a lot of cool things that I would love to talk about with other people. A lot of like funny stories, a lot of great like moments, and a lot of other cool stuff that I've like been up to that I would love to talk about with other people. But I just can't because they won't want to hear it. It's like, oh, okay. These guys stole a lot of money, jeez. And, but yeah, that's just, and like, yeah, I talk a lot like on YouTube and to people on YouTube, but with stuff like YouTube and stuff, and like posting on social media, it's a little bit better because, the stuff that I have to say on here, it will have an audience. There will be people who like Castle Crashers, or there will be people who like actually like care about what I have to say. They'll like actually want to like pay attention. Like there will be people who like value what I have to say. Whenever like I post a video, like for example, recent example, the island of Dr. Morose. Like I posted that, or technically second episode of that, a while back, of us trying out the full game when it, a few weeks after it came out. I posted that video, and then recently I posted a TF2 video. And first of all, there's like people who like TF2 watching that video, and they're commenting. And it makes it like a lot easier to talk to people about something, about like that TF2, because people like TF2 that are going to be watching that video, so it's a lot easier for them to understand. They're gonna get it, they're gonna understand. And if they don't get it, then they're gonna wanna understand, you know? And they're gonna want to hear me. They're gonna want to watch the video. They're gonna want to hear me because they like TF2. So, video that I posted and the stuff I have to say in it actually sort of has value. And also that Island of Dr. Morose example. Yeah, in that TF2 video, there was like even a comment saying like how like someone was waiting for the next part of Island of Dr. Morose. Which, that is coming soon, but again, like, whenever I post videos, it doesn't, I don't have to, it can be a little less awkward, and I can talk more, because it will find an audience. And plus, I usually record them with my friends, so I'm already in an environment where there's other people who care about my interests. They care about what I have to say. They care about the things I have to tell. They like, and yeah, sure, like most of the time we're gonna be talking about what we're doing, but we care about that. And so we can actually like talk about it. Like maybe we record a Rivals video and we talk about how much we love Rivals of Aether. And like, yeah, we can do that, and it's a lot less awkward because I'm talking to someone who is actually interested in Rivals of Aether, and it's fun. And and I don't know what else to really say. I'm really like trying to keep this going. But like, yeah, even like Castle Crashers, like if I play with my friends or I play with other people, then like I play with other like members of the Castle Crashers community, or I make a video about Castle Crashers and post it on YouTube. That makes it a lot less awkward because it will find an audience, and so there will be an environment of people who care about this thing like I do. And so then I have people to talk to. And like even if it's not like directly talking with them, like this for example, where it's like a pre-recorded video, uh, like it's still easier because like the video will find an audience. So it's a lot easier because people are gonna value, if people are watching my channel, they're gonna value my interest in what I have to say and all the stories I have to tell, all the things I can talk about. They're gonna value it a lot more. And so it makes it a little easier to talk like in videos and stuff compared to talking to like random people that like you meet on the street. Because yeah, I could go up to a random dude on the street and just start talking to him about Castle Crashers. Oh, sorry. I had a mash. I could go up to a random guy on the street and start like talking about Castle Crashers and how much I love it, or Night in the Woods, or any of the games that I love for that matter. Miitopia, Kirby, whatever. But he's not gonna. I don't know. He's not gonna. Who's to say that he cares about what I have to say? There's a pretty good chance that he won't care. And so I'm just kind of wasting his time. Like I could go up to like a random dude that I met in like a shop or something and talk about Kirby all I want to. But he's not, I could like explain to him like the entire Kirby lore. But he's not gonna care. So I'll just completely waste his time, and it's okay. It's okay to not care. I don't mind it at all. You're totally free to not care about what I have to say. You're totally free to not watch this video because you don't care about like these types of videos or anything. That's okay. It just makes talking to people a lot harder for me, is the problem. And that's why I struggle, because I have mentioned this like a lot before in my previous insight videos. I really struggle talking to people, and I think this is why. It's just that I've come to realize that a lot of people don't care. So I'm friends with the people who do care about what I have to say. Oh god. I'm friends with the people who like do care about what I have to say, and they value what I have to say. And as for everyone else, they don't need to know about me. They don't need to care about me, because I'm not anything to them. And that's okay. Sorry if it feels like I'm just rambling on, because I don't really know how to talk about this, but yeah, man, I guess like the point is that that people just don't care. They don't care about what I have to say, which is why I don't talk to people. And it makes it really hard for me to talk to people because they don't care about what I have to say, so they won't want to listen, and I'll just be wasting their time, and I'll just be annoying, and I don't want to be annoying. I don't want to be annoying, but that means I can't really talk to people until they make it clear that like it's okay for me to speak to them and share what I have to say, share all my interests. And holy crap, I just got a lot of points. Sorry. But yeah, like not being annoying means I can't talk to other people and share what I have to say, share all my fun stories, and share the cool stuff that I'm doing. And that means that I really struggle talking to people and making friends, because I just can't do it because they don't want to listen. If they do, then that's great. If they don't, that's great for them. They can live their life however they want to. They can do whatever they want, so long as it's not like illegal or anything and doesn't hurt anyone. They can do whatever they want to. They can, like, I don't care. If they don't care, then I don't care what they're necessarily up to. And I don't mean that in like a mean way, but it's just like we're we're not like interested in the same thing. So neither of us have anything of value to the other. And like what's cool for them isn't cool for me, what's cool for me isn't cool for them. And yeah, and I'm just kind of rambling on to extend this a little bit, but I think I'm just gonna stop there. If you listened to me ramble on for this long and made it this far into the video, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for your time and for listening to what I have to say. And yeah, stay tuned for more of these, as well as uh, more content in general. Yeah, thank you so much for sticking around. I'll see you next time.